Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and you can see I'm feeling hella tropic today. So what we're going to cover today in today's video is the Natasha Denona Expensive AF Tropic Palette. So this is an expensive eyeshadow palette. I wanted to pick this apart a little bit and let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on it because, like I said, it is an expensive eyeshadow palette. It retails for $129, so that's expensive for how many shades you get. You get 15 shades in this palette. So we're going to cover my thoughts and opinions on this palette. I did put this on my eyes today and I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. So we're going to cover all that shit in today's video. So if you guys like these types of videos, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel before you guys leave. And let's jump right in and let's do this! So the first thing that I want to address with this palette is the controversy kind of going on with this palette. So there have been a lot of questions in regards to the amount of product that you get in this palette because online it does say that you get 1.5 grams per pan when usually you get 2.5 grams per pan from like the Sunset palette and the Lila palette. So a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Why am I still paying the same amount of price for half of the product? Or not quite half, but you know what I mean. Like you're getting way less product for the same price. What the fuck, Natasha Denona? So I wanted to bring this up because this was the reason that I ended up buying this palette. Because initially when I saw that, I was like, I'm not paying for that. So when I saw this is when I was like, oh, okay, now I'll order it. So I saw on Stephanie Nicole's Instagram that she actually addressed this with the Natasha Denona customer service, as well as Natasha Denona did comment on somebody else's Instagram. I don't know if it was Stephanie's Instagram or whatnot. So in her comment, she says, they're all the same size and amount as always, but lighter in weight. They still weigh 2.5, except of some shades that weigh a bit less due to lighter raw materials. So we had to declare the lowest possible weight for all shades. These are policy issues, nothing changed for you guys. So I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, I almost didn't buy this palette because I wasn't going to spend that amount of money for way less product, but that clarified to me that the pan sizes are the same as always and they look the exact same. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the packaging on this. This is going to be the packaging right here. It does come in a box, but that's just like a standard box. We don't need to talk really about that. But this is what the packaging looks like. It is a plastic container, so that is really exciting because I feel like my shadows are a lot more protected. And then that is what the inside of the palette looks like, as you guys saw. Big old mirror in it, so that is amazing. And then when you flip the palette over, you can see there's little holes if you want to depot them. It's super easy to just stick a little like pin or something in there. You can pop the shadows right out, put them in a Z palette, especially if you're a freelance artist. I know a lot of people like to do that, but for me, I like to keep the palette just like this because I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So I really love that it does have the plastic packaging. It feels like a lot more high-end. If I'm paying $129 for a palette, I want to feel like it's expensive. So this definitely does that. It has really nice weight to it. I think it is a little bit more of a chunky palette, but for 15 shades, I think it's a pretty fair size. Like, I think I would still travel with this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the packaging on it. I love the blue. And the only thing I don't like that it's the plastic packaging is you can see all of my fingerprints already all over it. So it doesn't stay the most cleanly looking, but I also feel like it's going to scratch really easily too. But being that it's blue, it might not be as noticeable. So I do really like the packaging on it. I think it looks really high-end. So moving on to the inside of the palette, this is going to be what the shadows look like, as you guys have probably already seen like 8,000 times by now. But on my eyes today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades. So I used a lot of shades today, so I really do have a good understanding of which ones I like, which ones I don't like, because there are some that I don't like. In my opinion, we have 10 matte shades, 4 shimmers, and 1 true metallic. So the true metallic is going to be the shade Mint Frost, which I want to compare this to the Aries palette really quick. So I'm just going to swatch this one right here because that was, I was like, is that the same exact shade? But you can see by looking at them, it is totally different. This one's going to be more of a shimmery shade, whereas the Mint Frost is going to be more of a true metallic. At least that's what it looks to me. But you can see these are very different. Mint Frost is definitely lighter. Both are absolutely stunning. So that is the vibe that I'm getting from this palette. I'm really happy to have a wide range of matte shades, especially like these 6. And this Laguna shade is everything. It's so stunning. It's so pigmented. Like, I looked at it, I was just like, god damn, it's so beautiful. But all the mattes apply really nice. I actually really loved working with those. The only 2 that I was kind of like, these kind of suck, were these 2 shades right here. Like, you really have to dig in there, and I feel like they're only going to really perform on your finger because I used Tiger Lily on the outer corner of my eye today it still worked, but it was a lot more work than the rest of them. Like, this is the one I was kind of like, okay, this one sucks. So that was the only shade I really didn't like. I didn't use Exotic on my eyes today, but I did swatch it, and I was just kind of like, it feels really tough. It feels a lot like the Tiger Lily shade. So now we'll get on to swatches. So I did a poll on my Instagram asking you guys if you wanted me to start doing swatches in my videos, and a lot of people voted yes, some people voted no. I still am at the point where I don't really feel like it's necessary to do them, so I'm not going to do them in today's video. But for future videos, if you guys want to see or don't want to see swatches in my videos, please leave a comment and let me know. That way I can give you guys what you are looking for. I'm just going to leave a clip on the screen right now because, I don't know, it comes down to it's so redundant. You don't know how hard I'm pushing on the product. You don't know how many times I'm swirling my finger in it, and I don't really have the room. So it's going to be all the swatches are going to be on here. Please leave a comment, yes, please do swatches, or no, don't bother, it's useless, because I don't know, I just have such a hard time doing it because, one, it's a waste of product, it's misleading, and you guys aren't here with me to see how hard I'm pushing on the product, how many times I'm swirling in my finger, because even if I were to show you guys how many times I swirled my finger, you still don't know how hard I'm pushing on the product. So I just feel like overall it's misleading. I will tell you guys that if you guys look at swatches, take them with a grain of salt, because I know even Natasha was swatching them and she was like swirling her finger a million times in it, and I'm just like, that doesn't tell me anything. I'm gonna buy the palette and try it, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So I feel like the ultimate way to get a good idea if you're going to like this palette is to buy it, and then if you don't like it, you can send it back, because that's the beauty with buying stuff from Sephora. I do want to tell you guys to be cautious when you guys are watching swatches, no matter who's swatching them. There's just so many variables that go into swatching, and it all comes down to it's not very helpful because they're not going to apply that way on your eyes anyways. So we're going to skip over swatches today, but again, if you guys do want to see swatches in my videos, please leave a comment either way. That way I know what you guys want. So that's it for swatches. I'm sorry you guys if you wanted to see swatches, but I just feel like it's not very effective. So now we'll get into the price of the product. So if you want a really good in-depth review on pricing and everything like that, you are going to want to watch Stephanie Nicole's video, because she has like spreadsheets comparing it to other palettes, letting you guys know where it ranks. I know for a fact just by watching her videos, Natasha Denona palettes, yes, they are more expensive, but the price that you pay per shadow for the amount of product that you get ends up being less than what you would pay for like this Anastasia Soft Glam palette, because yes, you get less product and it's less expensive, but when you break it down by the gram, you're paying way more for palettes like these than you would for a palette like this. Like, this will last you forever. I mean, this will probably last you a really long time as well, but you get so much product, and when you break it down, you end up paying $8.60 per shadow, but if you break it down by the gram, I'm pretty sure it's like $3.44 per gram, I think. I'm not a mathematician by any means, but I know you're paying a lot less money for these shadows that are amazing, that perform insanely well. Not saying that these don't perform well, because they absolutely do, but I'm just saying, if you look at what you're paying for the amount of product that you get, you are not paying a lot for the product at all. At least that's by my understanding of it. That's the information that I've gathered. When you break it down that way, you're getting a lot less product. Like, if you compare the pan size to this to like a Makeup Geek shadow, Makeup Geek shadows are like $6. So if this is $8, you're getting way more product in this than you would a Makeup Geek shadow. So if you're buying individual shadows, look at it that way. Anastasia Beverly Hills, their individual shadows are $12 a piece. So you're getting more product for less money when you buy these types of shadows. So yes, these are expensive. I hate when people are like, oh my god, they're so expensive, they're not worth that. They absolutely are. If you're a makeup lover, if you're a makeup artist, these shadows are 1000% worth it. I think these shadows are absolutely stunning. I think the mattes are amazing. I am so impressed with the mattes, especially of this palette and this Mint Frost. The only ones that I need to play with more are these two here and these two. This one applied actually really nice on my eyes today, so that's what's on the most inner corner. I would say these three are the only ones that I need to play around with more. For everything else that I used today, I thought it performed stunning. I'm a makeup lover, I'm a makeup collector. I love these shadows. I love that this is different than any other palette. I love that this inspires me. To me, yes, it's expensive, but I'm telling you what, it's fucking worth it. That's at least my opinions on it. I know $129 palettes are not for everybody. If you're a makeup artist, if you're a makeup lover, you will probably like this. If you like shades like this, if you like blues like this, like nothing else in my collection can give me this look, I don't think. At least without reaching for multiple palettes. That's one thing that I like the most. I feel like it's so unique, like all springtime, all summertime, I could stick to one palette if I really wanted to. Will I do that? Probably not, but I'm a makeup collector. That's just what it is. The biggest thing that I wanted to address in this video was the fact that I almost didn't buy it because I was confused by the labeling on the internet. So I wanted to address that, give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. So if you guys like this type of video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel before you guys leave. If you want to see any other information in these types of videos, please leave it in the comments down below. Or if you'd rather me use the entire palette, do multiple looks, and then review it, let me know. I just know on YouTube, the things that people want to see are when they first come out. So this is the initial video. I will do more looks with this palette. So any other looks that you guys want to see, let me know in the comments down below as well. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!